I'm just back snowshoeing. These are the first larger animal tracks I've come across. It's just outside our property. Looks like they were having some fun running around up there. Their tracks looks like probably a canine of some sort. A fox or a coyote. TJ smells it. Oh, there might be a little den in there. Although I'd see more tracks. Yeah, maybe that's what they were looking for. A little spot with a little bunny. We're gonna keep looking around here. Oh, here's some. Oh yeah, here's the tracks here. It's a hard to say. It could be a big fox. See him going through here. Probably getting a little drink of water. Going over and checking out all the nooks and crannies. There could be a little den around here. You never know. With these big rocks. Interesting. A bunch of tracks going up there. They're old though. A few days old at least. Getting a little more organized. I got some drywall up. I really shouldn't be putting stuff up, but how long before I get it taped and painted? I need to live, so yeah, a little more counter space. I got a bucket in behind here to catch the sink water, so I just pull this out, get in, bring it out. Organize my pantry a little better. Veggies, fresh veggies down on the bottom, a bunch of cans, a bunch of side dishes and bread, snacks. Yeah, and I just put this little hanging rack that used to be here back up. I added this one. I think I was using it back before we got the drywall up. That works nice. It keeps all of my pots up top of the stove. Hung a few things up here. Put a few nails in to hang some fruit. You got a few things hung there. Lantern over here. My sister gave me that. A little transplant from home. Old home. My dad's compass and a present my son got me. And nice guitar holder. Courtesy of my son Zane. Same with the guitar that I'm learning to play. So it's all in how you, with a small space like this, you got to be efficient in how you store things. Even the broom, I got some hangers and hung it against the wall. Got a little boot tray for TJ's food. I usually keep a little jug of water where the paper is there. I gotta go get some water. My torch for starting the fire, battery generator, my little turbo bellows. And there you can see I got two 80-hour 12-volt deep cycle marine batteries. They were a couple hundred each. And then I got this 1000-watt inverter. I think it was on sale for $150, something like that. And then I just bought this little Coleman 8.5 amp charger controller, so it cuts out the solar panel charging at 13 amps, so you don't overcharge your battery. And I have it on right now to power my sound bar. So see, it's less than 100 watts, so it comes up as 0 because it first registers as 10, then you have to multiply it by 100. You can see she's keeping up. There's a bit of sun out and the solar panel's over in its morning position. So this is basically powering the solar panel's basically powering the power bar. This is a little percolating coffee maker that I bought. It's nice, you can keep it on the stove if you got a good fire going and keep it warm. And I got a little place to dry my towel. I actually had my first I don't know what you call it, my first bath, my first it's with a face cloth and a sink and soap and a towel. Seemed to work. I don't feel sticky anymore. And I put this water jug here so it allows me to rinse things off. It's kind of where I put the clean dishes and then put them away. But it's all about organization. I scored a nice little area underneath the stove because I was keeping it up level with the counter. I need to clean it. It's gotten dirty, all the drywalling I was doing, food. But this little thing's working out great. That little glass top, I never fold it down. There's always something on the stove and it acts like a nice little heat shield, splash shield. I'm going to have to take this back down. I'll put something up a little better. Once I get the drywall up, one of my many projects on the go. I guess that's about it. I think the sun's supposed to come out today. I thought I saw that. I'll have to check. Happy dog. Hey, puppy dog. We just hauled in, or I just hauled in 8 2x4x12s. Luckily they were very dry. I had to take a break halfway through on the second one though. And we just came out for some odds and ends. I'm building the outhouse today. This is a relic from, I bought that from a friend in Parkdale. And I spied a nice stump up here to put Don Juan on. At least I think that's who he is. That's how he's depicted, very tall and slim, like almost a caricature in a lot of literature. So, I'm going to put him up here and he can stand guard. I have to, nice palm of my hand. I have to build a new handle on a shield. It broke because I had him up high back at my house. Oh, and he fell off. Sorry, this is a lousy picture, I'm sure. Oh, there, that's where he's going, right there. Just a second here. Got to put his accessories on. His sword. And his, I got to stick his hand back in his arm. That cracked out. Actually, here, I got to turn this off. You can see it in a sec. I don't want to move this. In case you don't believe me, but there's a stick sitting here. And if I'm right, I think this is going to fit perfectly into the back of this and create a handle. I'll show you after. So I just picked this up. That's the length, even though you can see the rest of it. It's snapped off there. Look at this. This place is insane. It's fucking spooky. Look at that. Perfect fit. Look, that's been in the snow. I'm not messing with you. I just need to cut this off a bit. I just need to cut that off a bit, and that's going to stick in there. That's insane. This place is special. That's crazy. There it is. Fits perfect. I gotta let his hand dry. I've got some shoe goo. It wants to drop with the weight of the shield, so I'm gonna leave that. Oh, I know what I can do. I'm gonna put his lance over here. Just a second. I tried putting the lance over in the bad hand, but it's heavy too. So we'll leave the sword there to dry. Jesus, TJ scared me. Stepped on a stick over here and it stood up over here. Thought he was coming to life. Oh, he looks good up there. That's just right on the entrance in. It's so weird that I had everything I needed here too. And I hadn't planned on that. Well, maybe the shoe goo. I think I saw that and grabbed it. Look at that. He looks good. Standing guard. I've got a couple of weird wooden figures too that I'm going to put on the odd tree. They're meant for a kitchen. I think it's Don Juan and Columbus, something like that. And yeah, they're on like a spoon and a fork. They're huge. I'll just cut the spoon and fork part off maybe. I don't know. Stick them on some trees, but that looks excellent. He looks like he belongs here. This is my little workshop. It's awesome. Nice mild day, relatively speaking. Just keep the generator tucked over there. These things are like 14 feet long. It's awesome. I thought he said they were mostly 10s. What a deal. So I'm going to support it here and have it go out and have posts going up, have it elevated, and so that I can keep it here for my lifetime. I'm going to have a little door that opens at the back, and I'll just shovel it out and dispose of it elsewhere. Dig a hole somewhere, various holes. Well, this has been, I would say it's been quite an adjustment, but no, this has been an easy adjustment to this life. I spent a good part of the day yesterday taking advantage of the sudden no snow, or no rain rather. Let me clean this window. Stoke the fire up. Sun's coming up. And yeah, this little rig works great. It just allows me enough water flow to rinse things off. I just dump the coffee and rinsed this out. It does a good job. Getting some bacon going. Some eggs. This little cooler's working out fantastic. Nice steel cooler. It's keeping things really, really cool. I've just started keeping my battery charger here permanently now. This time of year you use it almost daily to top the battery up. You can see I'm getting 12.1. I had it up to 12.7. I ran the whole time. Or did I mention that earlier? I spent most of yeah, I took advantage of there being no rain and started building my outhouse. So I built the platform and the seat, and then I'll get started on the studs for the walls, the roof, Although my first priority today is to waterproof the north side of the roof. So got to take advantage of the weather. I think it's going to be like +7 today. So it's probably the last chance I've got before spring. Heard some, what were probably wolves about an hour ago, just before dawn, off in the distance, a couple of them anyway. I keep saying it, I love watching the smoke rolling across the lake. I was just posting something on Facebook. I found very, very interesting. My brother-in-law had mentioned to my sister that most churches face east-west. They're positioned that way purposely, and this A-frame is east-west. And I had a indigenous man deliver me some wood the other day, and he came down to check out the cabin, and he just kind of stopped and expressed that he was just full of chills from the nature of how special this spot is, and him recognizing that and affirming what I had already come to realize just instantly gave me goosebumps and chills. And then finding this out about the east-west, had a weird experience. Yeah, I'll post it in the video earlier. That's experience with I chose a stump to put an old Don Quixote statue that I bought off a friend years ago, many moons ago, many lifetimes ago, and it's come with me. I've always liked the statue and Don Quixote. So I pick a stump, and things are getting away from me here. I pick a stump, and one thing that I had to do, I had misplaced, I had lost the handle to the shield. So I pick out a stump after trying to decide on a few, and I get up there, and there's I needed like a little Y-shaped twig to create this handle. It had to go into his hand and then have a little offshoot to attach to the shield. And lo and behold, what's sitting there on the stump, like an absolute perfect fit into his clenched hand and into the shield. Just, there's something very, very special about this place. It's a little after 7 on a Thursday morning. Yeah. I'm just getting ready to move the solar panel. It's in its afternoon position. I got to put it into the morning sun. I think I'm eventually going to get 2 of them and just keep them in either spot. Maybe. I don't know. Experiment. So that's where I keep it in the morning, because the morning sun comes up there. But it's low, so it goes along here. Hits a lot of the tree line. It's my cozy little cabin in there. Love that door. Oh, and I'm toying around with an idea. I don't want to ruin the look of the A-frame by adding a little side addition for the bed. So I think I'm going to come out 8 or 10 feet out this way. It'll be a porch initially, and then I'm going to extend the roof line over, and I'll save the last 4 feet for a little alcove, or maybe just keep it an open porch. So it'll end up extending the interior 6 feet, so I can just move everything over. It's a much better idea. I think I've already got enough material to do it. And that was only what, $570. Oh, gabbing away. I better go get the solar panel. It's just a little easier to get it this way. Yeah, the old canoe. Not going to get much use for a while. I don't know if that was TJ that went down there. I had a visitor yesterday, the local fella brought me some wood. He's a fellow off-gridder, and he went out of his way to help me out, and I won't forget that. That's the way this community works. You establish a reputation. It's old school. Yeah, the propane, I think the regulator freezes up on me. I'm going to have to, even if I just wrapped it, it would probably be enough. When there's temperature changes and it goes from moist to cold. Ouch! Just whacked my knee. Oh. Okay, I'm going to turn this off. I need both hands. TJ's reacting to some fresh fisher tracks. I know they're fishers because we found some clear prints with, we counted 5 toes. Anyways, he was heading, on the way back we'll have to track it. He was heading down, probably down through the gorge, over to the water. You following him? Hey? Yeah, where'd he come from? See, here's the tracks here. You can tell they're low. You can see a little scuff mark there. The belly or the tail. It's good size though. There's a bit of a gap there between hops, trots, big puffy feet. Been looking forward to getting some snow on the ground. See what's back here. Yeah, he came from up in the back of the property. In the interior, probably heading down to the lake. We're just going, we were going for some 2x4s to finish the door on the outhouse, but TJ wanted to go for the walk. These tracks are really fresh. On our way back, so I'm following the tracks. Make sure TJ sees me.